Hello guys and welcome to the Treasure Cove Open. I'm your host DJM Slayer and I'm here for the Season of a Lifetime. Season of a Lifetime. This is going to be a calmer series to take away from everything else that is going on.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour.
And this course is beautiful and insane.
Welcome to the
and
home
there's
of
lava.
one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 18th, set atop Devil's Cauldron Volcano. I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobila. We're here today in the South Pacific Ocean. This course
Indeed.
has it all: cliff shots, shortcuts, a skull-shaped green, and of course, a volcano. Frank, what do you make of this most unusual layout?
Rich, it's not for the faint-hearted. You'll see Buccaneers Bay out there to be avoided, like a lot of the traps out there. Anybody with a cutlass or, flying the wrong flag, stay away from them as well.
First we have
But
Sakura.
there's green fairways. There's a little green on the end with the right place to go. Find that, that's your treasure.
Oh, she looks like she's
This is not
confident.
heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
Oh,
Might
don't be
not
breaking
be
the
as
golf
bad
club.
as it looks.
Next up we got Wickwood from America. That was a good shot. That was a good shot.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Yeah, wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
It was a really good shot. Alright, now next we got Miller. Tiffany's gonna go with an iron here.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line. Heading
Got
towards
it
the rough.
into the fairway.
Pretty good result right there, considering.
It'll look
I wonder what
rough
the
all the
plan
way.
is
Exactly.
to move
Really
forward
good.
here. Next up we got Estelet. Hailing from Mexico. He's gonna be using a wood.
Frank, this one is right and is wrong.
Well,
Yep,
Mr.
right
Ball does
in
not meet
the
Mr.
rough.
Fairway. It's off, rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough
Alright,
here.
Estelet's up next. See how he approaches this. But it's still rolling. But it seems
Good
to come
recovery
stop.
shot. Couldn't make
Well,
the green, but at
It's
least
not a
he's
bad
back in
recovery
play.
shot. He is on
Played
the
the
fairway.
smart shot right there. Nice position, short grass.
Next we got Miller.
Second shot.
I think she dropped down a club. This is looking a little hard. But she's still in the fairway, so that's good.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Oh no, you're gonna have to do a recovery shot. This is a par 4. So seeming like their birdie shots are going to be... Their safe bet is trying to score a par here.
And he steps
All right,
up
we got
to take
Wickwood.
this shot from the fairway. There are a number of really good and
All right, he
important
increased
grow
club.
the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people.
This... Okay, that wasn't a bad shot. It's definitely going to be on the green. Her par shot's going to be kind of...
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up.
Yeah.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day.
That
So
was a
that's the goal
great
right
shot.
here.
Great shot. I feel like Estelet's going to have a good shot at getting par. All right, we got Miller. This is looking like it's curving to the left. I guess we should expect a bounce. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Wickwood for a hit. Definitely the wrong word to be used. That was a great shot. A great shot. It's definitely peaceful out here.
This is a cross-country special.
Yeah. I must say her chances are a little slim, but she might be able to pull this off. No. She will not be walking off with a par.
Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
And you
Hard
got
putt,
it. And
soft
Estelle walks away
hands,
with a par.
Beautiful roll. Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
This honestly looks a little bit like a straight shot. It's going to be how she decides to approach this.
Even
All
par.
right, so
early
Miller
on.
walks off with a par.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
It's another one that looks like it just a tilt to the right. There you
Still
go. We got
playing
3
even
walking
for the
off with
day
a
after the
par
par.
to start off this morning. Oh,
Just
wow.
a little tap in here. So 2 over
She's
par.
walking off with a
round.
double bogey to start the Treasure Cove Open. That is
Rich, they're trying to ransack it.
brutal.
That ball's heading our way.
Is that a golf shot or a cannonball?
Duck, look out.
Debating on what shot to approach this from, and this looks finicky as this could easily go off into the out of bounds territory if not shot right, and that's looking done.
Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
Oh man,
This one right here,
that's
you've
gonna
got to
hurt
forget
Wickwood.
that big blue oasis in front of you.
So this will be the 3rd shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water.
So that was an announcer miscap. That's not looking good at all. That's another
Extra stroke
water
added after
hazard.
going into the water. Now on to his 3rd shot after the last one went into the water.
I just want to clarify that this is his first shot. Estelet, you're going to get hit a little bit more to the left to save. That's better. You got in the sand, but it's
And the tee shot ends up
way
in the
better
bunker.
than the alternative from what we've seen so far for this hole. All right, Sakura, you got to play this smart. She needs to play this smart. She lowered her club, and that's curving to the right. If it were stopped, nope, that's water. That's
Frank, we've all been there. You
Yeah.
hit one in the water, you're down.
so that's
How do you regroup?
3 that's hit it into the
You've got to
water.
start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the
Let's
nature
hope this
of the
shot
game.
is
But,
better
compounding
for
mistakes. That's
all
the
of
problem
them.
that you want to avoid.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop.
Wow.
This now the third shot. Just a bit
Sakura
offline.
hit it
into the
the
bunker.
sand trap. Wick was going with an iron. That's going
There's a
right
bunker over there.
I think
at
he's
it.
headed for it.
Ooh. Another water hazard
news
for
is,
Wicker.
Was able to retrieve the golf ball.
I don't know how to approach the
On dry
situation.
land
This is
and,
looking
can't
pretty
carry
bad
it
for
this time,
Wickwood,
though.
as that's 2 water hazards.
Has to regroup, playing his 5th shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage, check the wind, start again.
Okay. If he pulls that
It
off, he could
happens.
walk
You
off
have
with a
tough
double
hole.
bogey.
Time
But
to pick
that's
up and move on after the triple bogey.
a hit. That's a hit. Stroke limit reach, so he's out for the hole. Okay, we got Miller up here. We got Miller up here. Let's see if Tiff can pull this off. That's curving. That's water hazard city. That's
Frank, not easy
not
to keep
coming
your eye
back.
on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip
Well,
side,
Tiff,
one bad shot
I
doesn't have to
don't
lead
know
to
what you're
2.
going to do if the stroke limit is
Still going
6.
and going the wrong way. This is the 5th shot after that previous one went into the drink.
It's going to have to be 1. Yeah. That's gone. This hole is definitely messing up
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often in the
these
water.
golfers.
Get
This
down on
hole's
yourself.
killing them.
What's the right way to approach
That's
this mentally?
definitely a reason to be
Well,
mad.
you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich.
All right, she's
this can
She's
add
on her
up
bogey
so,
shot. We
so
got Sakura,
quickly.
who's still
So,
in play.
Give yourself a little pat on the back. Say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots.
I think
the
now
big
she
thing
was
now is to
scared.
avoid 2 in a row.
Number 7, and nothing lucky about this one, Frank, after hitting it in the water.
Really starting to get away from the player right now, and this is, you can just see, starting to
At least
implode.
you're on the green.
Great
All right,
knees,
here's Eslet,
great hands
who
in the
hasn't hit it
shot.
out of bounds for this
Yeah,
hole.
touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
No way he's so disappointed.
Fairly long, 25-foot putt here.
That's a weird bug. That's a ooh.
Well,
that was
once you hit
close.
double the par,
That was
it's
close.
time to just
Your
pick up
next
and move on.
shot. Even soccer stroke limited.
Needs this.
The only one who's looking plausible right now is Estelet for this hole. This hole has destroyed them. Yeah. Sounds like everyone's walking off with not a good hole in mind. This
Locked in on the
hole
read and the speed.
is getting them.
That is
But
disappointing.
at
She
least
just hit it
someone
a bit
finished
too
the
long.
hole.
We forget really how well ladies swing the club.
He
at
seems
times,
pretty
too.
happy
They have
about
the
it. I
same
mean, I don't
problems
blame him.
we do.
He's
You hit
in
it too
first
well,
now.
It's not going to stop.
We have a par 5 up to bat. Eslet's up to bat. He is switching to the wood. That is a beautiful shot.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
That really was. Alright, we got Wickwood up to bat with a +3 after that last hole. That's going to the
Whoop,
left.
This is taken off on a weird line.
Oh,
It's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder, hitting it into the rough.
man,
would
this
say a
third
lot
hole
harder.
is starting off pretty bad for Wickwood as well. Alright, we got Tiffany up. You got this. I'm gonna believe in every one of you that y'all get through this. That's looking like a pretty good shot if it stays exactly where it is. Maybe she'll be able to bounce back. Okay, we got Soccer, who's dead last so far for the round, and for a +5 on a par 5, it doesn't look like it's going well. Okay, well, this is definitely going to be on the green. This is going to be on the fairway, and that's good. That could be way worse. I'm not quite sure who you're waving to. There's no one here on this island.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
All right, we got Wickwood for his second shot. He's using an iron. It went nowhere. And he's right up against a plant. I know it seems like there's nothing there, but there's definitely something still there. Nope. He got to move his ball.
Frank,
That's
this one's
probably what
offline.
just happened. That was
There's
probably
rough and
unplayable.
thick stuff over there.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed
He's
that
going
in
to
this
definitely
game.
be down a shot.
Now
Here's
from a good
Estelette.
position in the fairway, his second shot.
That is... Wow. That worked out in your favor. Estelette's
Good lie
doing
in the
pretty good for
fairway.
the Treasure
Good
Cove.
chance to make something happen here.
Here's Tiff for a second shot.
Frank, these conditions set up very well for, who knows, maybe a record-breaking round.
Well, maybe some sort of land levy.
Bad bounce, did not go where
That's
she
a bit
wanted.
offline in the rough.
I don't know why you're so happy. That was a horrible shot.
Okay, the second shot now
All right,
at this par
Soccer,
5.
you still need to bounce back. So, kind of curious to know how you're going to approach this. It kind of skimmed on the leaf, and that's what's rolling. Said since it's in the fairway. She has to be able to take that. That was a decent shot. That could have been way worse off that bounce. We've seen these rocks bounce the heck out of these shots. And I don't know how you're going to play that with a tree in your way. Yeah, you would have to go completely off book for this shot. And try not to hit it too hard as the bounce worked out. It's like a gamble. Every time you hit those rocks, it just seems like it's a gamble at this course. Alright, it's not a bad shot from Sakura. It's not bad at all. Alright, we got Tiffany up for her fourth shot. This is already starting to look like it's going to be a bad hole. If she can approach this hole differently and get it to the green, I think it would work out in her favor. Doesn't look like that's where it's going. It's on the fairway.
Frank couldn't
it's on
ask
the
for
fairway.
anything more.
Just the
But her
lie there,
par
too. It is
shot
setting up like it's teed up.
is going to have to be one hell of a
Frank,
shot.
really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And here's Estelette for his third shot.
Into
You
the thick stuff. That's a
went
difficult lie.
nowhere. Alright, here's Wickwood. He's already on his fourth shot. He's gonna need to get it up. That was looking like it was not gonna go well. We also have a water hazard on this hole.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's
Here's
digging
Estelette.
in.
He is not having the best hole, but really none of them are having the best hole here. You're aiming at the rocks? I'm trying to figure what his approach is here. He used the rocks to his advantage.
Trouble, Rich.
I
At least he's back in play.
I don't get it.
On
I
the
feel
fairway
like he
from
could
the
have at
rough.
least made it further in there to give him a better shot at par. I don't.
These are fun shots to play, but they can be scary because if you don't take the right club, this ball could sail forever, never come down. It is well down the hill to that green.
Yikes. Okay, so Sakura is the only one
So
that has a chance
24
for
feet
par.
after that approach shot, Frank.
A decent chance at par.
Just outside the what you'd think very makeable distance.
Okay, so his par shot kinda. He's
That's
got
a
a long
head
way to
scratcher.
go.
No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right.
Really was. Alright, we got Tiffany here for her par shot. She would need to save right here. And I just don't see that happening. That leans a lot to the left. And that green is running fast. At least you're on the fairway. At least she's on the green. At least she's on the green. Okay, we have Estelle up the board now. And it's looking like it's a double bogey, if not a triple, for him today. For this hole. We have Wickwood on his par shot. Way overboard, way overboard.
Frank ball is in the rough here.
That would
What
have
are
rolled
the
a little bit
problems
further.
on this
He would
next
have
shot?
been
Well, this is really
for
where the
this hole
skill
as
level
well.
comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself
That
from the rest.
putt is insane. She got it.
Get in
She
the
got it.
hole.
She said bogey.
Can you believe that?
That was an insane shot. That was insane. Why is Wickwood way over here? Guess his shot was too risky, maybe? Okay, Wickwood's not
Settles in
looking
over
too
the
sharp.
putt.
For double bogey, this would drop him pretty far back.
This one's tracking.
Oh, that was
Not what we
insane.
expected. 5 over in the early going. And now a putt from 24 feet away.
She needs this putt. It doesn't even look like that much of a stressor. She just needs to tap that in. We've seen some crazy putts. She missed. Oh, she missed. Sakura missed that putt. Sakura missed the putt. Alright, and we have Estelle, who's on this double bogey. This is gonna have to be one heck of a shot. He's gonna drop. I think he'd still be holding first. Well, I mean, he hit the pin. Yeah, he definitely hit the pin. You're dropping back to +4.
That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey.
Wow.
So just a formality here.
You're dropping back 1. I'm gonna say a bogey was definitely the best we've seen so far.
6 over for the day.
Good job with
Frank,
Sakura.
as if this tee
It
shot
wasn't quite
hard
the
enough.
bounce
Look
back
what's
we
in
were
the
expecting.
distance, just to throw a little
We're
scare
now
into
going
play.
to the par 4.
Devil's Cauldron,
Tiffany
yeah,
is
that's the
currently at
volcano in the
+4.
distance, but it's also a good line there, Rich. This is a really narrow fairway. That's anything
I think
other
Tiffany and
than straight.
Estolette are
So
now
your tee shot, you really have to
tied,
imagine where that ball's
and
going to
that's
land.
great.
Which
All
part
right,
of the
so she's
fairway is it going
switching
to land
to
on?
the wood.
You really need to be on your game here at Treasure Island.
I don't even know where this is going. All right, so that looks good. It's looking good. It's still rolling. That's the rough.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
That fairway ran her ball into the rough. All right, next up is Sakura. She can bounce back after that first hole. It'd be pretty impressive. That is looking ugly. At least it wasn't out of bounds. I'll give her that. Next up, we got Wickwood. He's back there at 5 over par. He's aiming more to the left for this shot. That's
this is not heading in the right
soaring.
direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
But that shot is in the rough.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
That was a great drive. It just didn't go where I feel like he wanted it to. Okay, here's Estolette. That's going right up the middle. But it's a downhill. If it keeps rolling, it is slanting to that right. It needs to stop. He
Frank,
got
right
the
where you
fairway.
want to
He
be.
only
Be
wanted
better
to hit
if
the
it was on
fairway.
a tee.
All right, next up is Sakura. She's the blah, blah, blah.
That one is in the bunker.
I'm questioning that shot a little bit, Sakura. I'm questioning it a little bit. Trying to figure out
Second shot
what
from the
your
rough.
plan was.
It's on the way.
This is a floor 4. They do need to get it over there. Okay, so you're switching to a wood. And you did hit way over that mountain. Just to hit a tree in the back.
That ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
It's not a bad shot to be proud of, though. That got you really close.
Absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's the rough. Yeah, that's also in the rough. You got
Rich,
it
do you
over
think
there.
we should tell him this fairway out there?
You and
He's
Miller
been
are
in the rough
definitely.
all day long.
Estolette and Miller are definitely pushing right now for that lead.
This shot, 170 yards. Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time?
That was a great bunker
Well, he's going
shot.
to have to hit the same club a lot harder, or Just hit another one.
That's rough.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Just trying to make clean contact
All right,
from the rough.
Miller needs to have a good approach.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher.
His
Wasn't that hard a
Estelet.
shot. Rich, too much grass between ball and club face.
Another
Paid a
shot
price
that just
with the tee-ball
missed.
landing in the rough. Oh,
Oh,
without a doubt, that will be on the
Estelet
highlight
chipped it in
reel
for a
later
par.
tonight.
That
Excellent shot.
is definitely going to... That's probably going to be the play of the day. I don't see... Wickwood just hit it across back into the other rough. Did it again. We're playing ping pong with the rough. Okay, here's Miller. We need to make this for par. Could be worse. Don't be yelling at the pin. Okay, Wickwood's back up. We need it to look way softer and way straighter. You did it again.
Just a little offline, so
Look,
now
Wickwood,
Frank, he's going to have to
if
deal
you're
with the
going to
rough.
keep bouncing
It'll
it,
be
you're going to end up
interesting to see how
stroking
strong
out.
he is.
That will be 4 over par on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on.
Really,
He's stroke limited.
this is an awkward length.
Oh, Miller was so close on that putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Sakura needs to say par. Nope. She's dropping back one. It's disappointing. It's just definitely disappointing. It definitely could be worse with
It
all
has been
these
frustrating.
people going
6
backwards.
over
I
par
think
already.
Estelet is going to be leading at the
Just a
halfway
little
point of the
tap in
round.
here. Not her best effort, walks away with a bogey. Frank, this is quite a hole, isn't it?
It's certainly
All
not a hole
right.
to lose your head on.
Estelet
Short
is
par
at
four,
+4.
dogleg slightly to the right.
It's not as bad as it looks. Could be way worse. You're looking pretty confident. I would be. That was a great shot up.
Good tee
Estelet
shot
is doing
right
great
in the short grass.
today. Whoa, vibrations. Okay, we got Sakura up next, who did the second best for the last hole, but she is still pretty far back there. She is going to need to make a par or a birdie to catch up. That was an amazing drive. Okay, we got Miller up next. She is currently sitting, I believe, if I'm correct, in second place right now for the tournament. And she's been dropping back heavily. That's you. Wow, you got it. That was an intense jump. You jumped over a staircase. I'm giving you props. Wickwood, who started off looking like he was going to be great for this, is slipping. He's in last with a 9 over par. With a 9 over par, he's looking horrible for the first round. And I don't know how he's going to keep approaching this.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
That's
It's going to be in the
the
rough, it looks
rough.
like.
Is that a
Playing this par
skeleton-shaped
4, still
green?
not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done.
This green is
Good third shot.
only
Maybe
surrounded
get
by
away here with
rough
par.
with sand traps
Settles
in the
in,
middle.
looking
This
to
is
knock
an
it in
evil green.
Getting bounced around today. You think the winds have been a factor?
There's no question that's been the biggest problem for the
Into the
players
rough.
right now. But still, it's playable. It's not ridiculous. It's not unplayable out there.
It's
Right at
definitely
about
unplayable. It could
125
be
yards to where the hole
way
is cut.
worse.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice, strong breeze. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Wickwood, who really needs a break for
Frank, obviously, way too much club there.
You got
way
to think
too much
something like
club.
that,
He
or
didn't
at
have
least misread
enough
the wind.
club.
This is never going to sit down.
talking with his caddy over about how he's going to approach
And
this.
setting up here in the rough.
All right, Sakura. That green looks so flat. You just
Frank
not gonna
landed
take
it
out
on the
rough.
green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance.
These greens are very fast. We're just popping
Either
it to the other
misjudged
side of the
wind or
hole right now.
simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Estelet manages to make
Coming
it on
out
the
of the
green.
rough and right up next to the hole.
I would not say right up next to the hole. Wickwood, who desperately needs a birdie. If he can settle with par, he can settle with par, but it's absolutely not what he needs right now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
And a
Chases
par.
that in for
Estelet
par
walks
to
off
stay
with
at 4 over.
not a drop, not an increase. Sakura needs to stay par. She's been doing way better than what we've seen from some of these other golfers today. But she definitely needs to save par.
That's a bit off
She
line
needed that
in the
par.
rough.
That's a straight shot. There's no movement on this green. I don't think I've ever seen such a flat green.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie.
Sakura.
These putts keep the round together.
Wickwood for par. I believe he's going to make it. There's not much touch. You just putted in.
Well, you almost lose count at this point.
That may have been his
Safe
best
to say,
hole of
not
the
under par. In
round.
fact,
I
well
don't see.
over par.
You just need to hit it straight. Soft as you can. I saw you turn. Why'd you turn? It's on the green, though. You gotta look at it from a different standpoint, Tiffany. It's on
This would give her the bogey.
the green. It's a straight putt from here. There you go.
This golf course playing tough today. They're
It's
at 7
bad
over.
because you're encroaching on last place now, Tiff. Gives us slaps. Oh, she needed that. She needed that.
Nudge this one home.
Right.
Finish it up.
Put it off and be in last place.
Has it.
She
Good
is
putt right
dropped
there.
to fourth for the round.
Frank, I just love the features of Treasure Island.
We got
Most golf
in on a
courses,
par
you're
4
hitting
for the
around
next
trees
hole.
and
Whoa,
bunkers, but
that's
here
a
you have
steep.
that
I
sort of
don't see
strange
anything.
formation right in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a big needle-nosed rock there. But
I'm kind of
the
curious
view
to know
that you get
how
on the tee
Estelet
because of
is
the
going to
severe
approach
elevation
this.
makes
Whoa,
this hole
whoa.
that much shorter. And the goal, needless to say, keep it left to that. And, well, that second shot should be rather welcoming.
This is a good-looking shot.
Oh. Oh. You have no worries if you can hit this.
Hot.
You have a chance to make a birdie, Estelet. That was an amazing shot. Oh. You barely saved that, Woodward.
Well, now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position.
He was trying to pull off something that
Yeah, he has all those
did.
options now.
It
That
just
ball's sitting
really
up. You can
didn't
bring
look
it in
like it was
high.
going
You
to
can
make
bring
it.
it in low. The choice is yours.
All right, let's see what Miller does. Miller's currently holding down second place. That's on a weird lie. That's heading to the left. She was assuming she. Whoa, whoa.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick
It's
over
okay,
there.
Tiff. It could be worse. Soccer, you need to pull off an Estelet right now. Knock it that way. You need to be near the green for this. You need to. You're in last place, and you slipped up on 2 holes, and now you're lagging. That's going way to the
This is
left.
not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
That's a rough. Oh. Ooh.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this
Right
point.
into the sand. That looked like a smooth sand drop, so it's not going to be too deep.
Now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contact. You have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly.
That looked like it would have been
really
birdie
come out the
all
normal
over it.
distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy,
Soccer's
chances are it might fly. If
got
it's
an
nestled down, you're going to have to
interesting
take at least another
approach
club.
to
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one.
Was Estelet being the definite exception for this hole?
For the short game.
Everyone else is kind of... Oh, well, I stand corrected.
Now, a bit unfortunate
You went
in the bunker, Frank.
nowhere.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
So getting set for a greenside
Here's
bunker
Wickwood.
shot. Frank, when I think of the great
The
bunker
hole's in a
players
kind of
in the
weird
history of the sport,
spot.
I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start.
That wasn't
was
a bad
different.
approach.
For them, it
Try to
was,
save
they saw
par.
possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Sakura needs to save for this par.
Well, I thought it
Oh,
was going in just off the mark by a fraction.
she's going to be plus 11.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but
That's let's still
not
over here in
too
the
often, I
sand.
hope.
I would love a shot like this from the sand.
How do you like that? He's holding. Just a
Huge
phenomenal
brick shots
play
in
right
one
there.
hole.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
That may have been the first birdie we've seen in this round. That was a great shot.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Third shot coming up now from the bunker.
And for another birdie shot. Can we have two? Oh. Maybe Tiffany would be able to save. For par.
12 feet still to go. This golf course has been demanding today, and the scores reflect that. 7
You gotta
over
look
par.
at it from a positive
This would be one
standpoint.
drop shot
Some of
for
these
her if
golfers
she makes
are
it.
really trying out there right now.
In for a bogey. Frank, to get home in 2 on this par 5, the 7th, you'd need more
Going
than a
into
great
the
shot
par
on your
5.
second. You'd need like a
That's the way.
cannon shot, wouldn't you?
You'd need a cannon off the tee and a cannon for your second. Also, playing down the left side, you're going to make that 600-plus yards play that much longer. Really, the goal here is still make sure you get on the fairway, because this is a difficult fairway to hit, because it steeps down over
Not
several
bad.
different
There's
levels.
lava in
Plus,
that distance.
it's hardly flat.
We're not going to play the full 9 for round 1. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to 7. And go to 7. 7 holes for each round. Using the front and the back for each round. So looking a little shady. Wickwood's in a spot where this rock kind of being a hassle. We have Miller, who's at a +7 for the round. That
Into
was
the tall
horrible.
cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Maybe she'll have a shot to recover from this.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
With Miller. Where are you aiming? Hello.
And it is not looking like a good lie.
What was your approach for this?
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Soccer, I think, is also aiming. Alright. That bounce is gonna hurt.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Esla with his shot. It's looking good. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. Frank,
Wickwood
safe
is
to
over
say,
here
he is not having his best day out here
trying
today. What kind of advice do you give a
figure
player
out
who's
where to
struggling?
go from here.
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway. Maybe knock a couple of putts in. And then let it add up in your direction.
right. Oh.
Frank,
Estelle
not
could
where
have
he
did
wants
way
to
better
be,
with that
but not out
shot.
of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Mill over here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird
Didn't
line.
look
Yeah, it's going to
bad.
be in the rough, it looks like.
Well,
You
that's
got it
it's
over
a little
there.
absurd, that, Rich.
I'm kind of
Shot
curious to
wasn't
know
that
what your
hard, but
approach is going to be.
it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say,
Yeah, look,
Rich.
you have to
So
see
much
this
is
from a
going to
very
depend on that lie.
optimistic
You're going to
lens.
need a little bit of luck.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie.
Well, could have been worse. You're on the green. Estelle managed to get on the green. Oh, that birdie would have sold this entire tournament. It would have helped you so much in that long run. Here's Wickwood. It looks pretty flat. If he can... He was so close.
Well, just a
Wickwood has
little
an
too
issue with
much, Rich.
I don't know
overshooting
if
the
it was wind at
green.
his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
So close.
How did that stay out, Frank?
So
Did everything
close.
but go in. Really. This is that awkward length.
Here is Miller. I want to see if she can close out with +7 for the round. She
Well, that's a bit
can
disappointing.
not.
I guarantee you, though,
It's
she
looking
thought she
like
had that one.
it'll be a +8 for the round for
We'll
her.
have 17 feet on this putt.
Can you save par?
Oh, good roll. Good putt.
It's a good shot. Ah. Wickwood's just gonna drop.
He needs this for bogey.
Oh. Oh man, this is looking ugly. Wickwood.
Been a
Double
rocky
bogey.
round.
What's an 11?
Clean this up with a tap.
You'll be going with an 8?
+8 on the scorecard now.
And you are closing out with an 11.
That is a solid par putt.
Well, guys, I will see you guys later today for round 2.
Frank, that looks like a landing.